Hi, I'm Charmaine. Welcome to the Love of Self podcast, where we delve into the emotional aspects of finding love for self. Today's topic is communication. I saw a young lady speak about herself as ugly. She went on her page and said that she was ugly, and she knew that she was ugly because no one had ever told her anything otherwise. Not her parents, not the people that she loved. No one ever told her that she was beautiful. And I remember watching her post and resonating with that for myself. I had an expectation that if other people saw me as beautiful, they would express it, but no one ever did. So I thought no one ever saw me that way because no one ever said it. And it was that way for a very long time. But then I began to realize for myself that I needed to see my own beauty in order for it to become real for me, despite how anyone else views me. When I communicated that to myself, it did something for me. It helped me realize the truth in how I needed to become. And it no longer mattered how other people saw me because I began to see me. And I think that's an important distinction of how we communicate with ourselves. The stories that we tell ourselves with the expectation that we give to other people and what we may lose within that. Our empowerment that we give away to other people. Our thinking process is a very important key step to self-development and realizing the things that we tell ourselves and how those things make us move. How our reaction to what we have been told about us and the reaction to what we then tell ourselves, and how that is a key component to our self-development, self-worth, and self-esteem. Processing whatever we've heard about ourselves from childhood to adulthood, and how that creates our maneuvers throughout the world, throughout our environments, and our ways of coping with the external and internal interactions of that. There's a point in our life's realization that helps us see what's really true and what's false. There's a point in our development of maturity, of elevation, of growth that can help us see why we are the way that we are and what things contributed to that. What behaviors contributed to our coping mechanisms to the world and our environments, and what that created inside of us, whether it was anxiety or the need to hide. Did it create fear within us? We can ask ourselves, what was it that created our anxieties? What created our fears? What created our triumphs? What created our wisdom? And all of these things go hand in hand. All of these created thoughts that helped us see ourselves and eventually the world. If we grow up in a lot of negativity, a lot of fear, a lot of downplay of who we are, it's only natural to begin to believe it. Unless or until we begin to see the truth within ourselves by speaking to ourselves, by speaking to the needs of that little child inside, who is possibly now a young adult or an adult, beginning to create mental alternatives to how we no longer want to see ourselves. A lot of us need to see ourselves through new eyes, through the eyes of self-development. A lot of us need to push toward a new beginning, push our consciousness toward better realizations, to the places and spaces within the mind that help us see a better way, that help us know a new beginning, that help us not to push ourselves down, but instead push forward. There's an ignition force within our mind that we need to listen to, that quiet space outside of everyone else's noise, the expectations that we've been needing outside of ourselves that were inside of us the whole time. Everything we needed that we have to give to ourselves because no one else was there to bring it. No one else was there to say it. No one else was there to help us realize it. So we became accustomed to the negativity, the heartache, the uneasiness of our presence that's triggered into other people for whatever reason. But those things are no longer our burden to bear because we now can see, hear, and speak the wisdom that's been there the whole time, the love that's been there the whole time, the beauty that's been there the whole time, the wonderment that's been there the whole time, the brilliance, the intelligence, the light that was there within you the whole time. Now that you see it, what are you going to do about it? All you needed was the experience within yourself to realize it. I'd like to thank you for taking these few moments to listen to what I have to say. I greatly, greatly appreciate you. So I'd like to ask you, what are your thoughts pushing you to do? How are they pushing you to react? What can they help you see about how you have had to cope in this world? What lessons has that taught you about yourself and what you need from yourself that you couldn't get anywhere else? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment or email theloveofselfpodcast@gmail.com. Please remember, I am not a therapist. Also, my new book is out, Love Yourself, a book of poetry and spiritual writings for self-love, available on bookbaby.com. Purchase link is in my Instagram bio. I wish you all peace, love, and joy always. Until next time.